It's Umar from Brooklyn.
Umar, what's happening, man?
Oh, Ben. I'm a tad surprised at your comment of you don't think there's anything we can do. I mean, I agree with the 2018 thing, but what I think is that while progressives are in the midst of unpacking everything that's going on, all the stuff that every single progressive has been telling me was going to go on as Trump as president for the past 2 years, I think we need to unpack our power a little bit, and we need to readjust, in my opinion, how we are viewing things. Let's take social media. It's a tool. Marching. It's a tool. The tool leads to something. That cat, Julian, I can't remember his last name, the one who sends the boycott stuff out, the injustice boycott. There's a power behind a boycott. If a boycott is focused, okay, for instance, religious fundamentalists used to play this game in the 80s where a TV show would say something that offended them or play a song that offended them, and they would make this massive call to all the people they buy from. And all of a sudden, the show's in trouble, and there's this big controversy, and you're like, it's just John Lennon's Imagine. What? But he said, imagine there's no heaven. That's against religion. And that used to go on all the time. And that formed this weird silent group. They used to call them the moral majority.
Yeah, I know them well.
But those cats used to get around.
Yep.
I go back to the Montgomery boycott. The Montgomery boycott was not just a lesson in a bunch of black people boycotted one day. It changed the back of the bus policy overnight. This policy where you had to literally stand up if a white person came on changed with one boycott in one city in one state. When we tweet things out, it's not just Donald Trump's tweets aren't just tweets. None of our tweets are just tweets, especially our influencers. See, there's a lot that can be done in the build up towards. Like, for instance, I keep insisting, if you're at these marches, is anyone taking an email list there? Is anyone, checking on the minor leaders to make sure that they don't end up in one of those Chicago black sites, to make sure if someone ends up in the healthcare, we keep tracking it? There's so much that can be done that we have the power to do because we, in fact, have the numbers. The one thing besides the symbolism, besides the feel good, agree or disagree with feminists, agree or disagree, and we got to do something about that agree or disagree thing. Because these conservatives and KKK and neo-Nazis are lockstep.
Yeah.
They are on the same page. We are not. We're still arguing about, listen, a lot of progressives piss me off over the Hillary Clinton thing, but that's over now.
Yep.
Okay, I'm back on board with you guys. Okay, I didn't like that part, but you're going to get attacked whether you touted Hillary or not. We're all in this now.
Yep.
But we have to start. I'm insisting on. I got the problems, guys. You've been saying it to us for months. We got to start putting out pamphlets and solutions. And once again, in simple sound bites. The base does not understand the whole analysis of the deeper meaning of the deeper meaning. They know Obama, black president, spoke well. That's it. That's all they know. And we can't hammer them on it anymore. I'm so tired of hearing about Hillary. Okay, she did bad things. She is no longer, let's face it, she's not an issue at all, other than the Democratic Party, who are going to coalesce into this crap with some weird normalization when we obviously see exactly what's going on. It's exactly what the fearmongers said, what your progressives have said, what every YouTube, everyone's been saying it. Now let's start moving towards, all right, what do we do about it?
Yep. I agree with everything you said, with one exception. To be clear, when I say there's nothing we can do, there's nothing that we can do to stop Donald Trump from passing XYZ legislation with the House behind him, with the Senate behind him. The only thing that everything example that you gave, I agree with. The boycotts, all those things work in the context that they have influence on, right? A boycott is easily ignored by legislators. They're insulated from that. The only thing these legislators are not insulated from is the political threat of losing their seat. And that's what we can do. And that's going to require more than just a national march. It's going to require targeted marches inside of the districts of vulnerable congressmen and congresswomen, and potentially flipping the balance of power in a district, right? If we organize large enough to actually take someone who's a Republican and comfortable in their seat and make them uncomfortable in their seat, then they start second guessing their votes, right? Then they start second guessing, right? We expressly let you know that we are doing this. We have 100,000 people in District 17 of Kentucky who are going to vote, not only vote against you, but those 100,000 people are going to organize even more people to make sure that you lose. That's quite literally the only thing that we can do right now is apply that type of pressure, right? But, you know, the boycotts and all those other things, that's economic pressure. But our politicians, here's one caveat, and I'll give you this, and I'm not even sure if this might be too fantastical, right? If we're able to organize boycotts large enough to threaten companies such that it starts threatening the donations that those companies give, then okay, that works. But short of that, you know, your congressman, whoever, a no-name congressman, they don't care about the boycott because it's not a direct threat to what matters to them. What matters to them is re-election. And so that starts right now, right? I'm not saying wait to 2018, because if you wait to 2018, it's already too late. It starts right now, organizing such that we can put the pressure on, one, the most vulnerable politicians first, and then two, organize enough to make those who are comfortable in Republican-leaning districts. And hell, I'm saying Republican, but also some Democrats in these districts. We got to put pressure, electoral pressure, on them in their districts. So to me, that's the only thing that we can do. If we want to prevent, let me make it plain. Here it is. If you want to stop your congressman from voting on X legislation, you have to make him feel like he or she is going to lose their seat if they vote yes on this. Short of that, I don't see any action that we can take to stop a president and a Senate and a Congress who are all on the same page, same party, and they're passing all this legislation. That's all I'm saying. So thanks for the call, Umar. It is always a pleasure to speak to you.